People sometimes think that in order to make a fantastic solo, you've got to be playing millions of notes, but actually that's not what professionals do. Take a look at Big J McNeely, for example. And doesn't that sound dynamic? And he's whipping everybody up into a frenzy, and that's what we're going to do in this video. Let me show you. I've got a great backing track here of Cantaloupe Island, and this video is for alto and tenor, but I'm going to demonstrate on my tenor sax. So let's have a listen and I'll show you what I mean. Now, I know that didn't sound the most complex solo in the world, but it certainly sounded very engaging and it's lots of fun to do. So I'm going to show you some fantastic techniques in this video on how to do that. So on the PDF, which is in the description below, it says, over the years, both in my private teaching and running workshops, I've noticed a really common mistake when people start improvising. They just do way too much and they want to make everything sound complicated. Now that can work really well if you really know what you're doing, but for most players, it actually has the opposite effect. The solo becomes unfocused and the musical ideas get lost. It just sounds like a load of waffle. A much better approach is to simplify things right down and build your ideas step by step, and that's what we're going to be doing in this video. And one of the most effective ways I've found to get people to make really meaningful solos is to do what I call the incremental jam. And the concept is, start by choosing a scale, and for this video, which is for alto and tenor, we're going to use a blues scale, and for tenor players it's going to be in the key of G, and for alto players that's going to be in the key of D. Here's the fundamental idea. Just start by beginning to improvise just on one note. Now, when we limit ourselves melodically just like this, so that you haven't got loads of notes to choose from, we're forced to rely on other elements to make things sound really interesting. And one of the most important things that you could focus on is rhythm. So the question is, but how can I make a really funky and cool rhythm? And how do I develop my sense of rhythm in a natural and musical way? And the idea, so people will say to me in private lessons or at workshops, I just don't have rhythm, I just don't have any ideas for rhythm, I mean, I just don't, I'm just lost, lost at sea. But from my perspective, they have tons of rhythm, and one of the easiest and most effective ways to develop rhythm is to borrow it from something that you do all the time, which is speech. And if you say a simple phrase out loud, it already contains a very natural rhythm. And one of my famous examples that you might have heard, this always makes people laugh because it's kind of crazy, but it works, is if you think about a linguistic phrase like, I like chicken and my wife likes cheese. I'm saying that rhythmically. If I just said that, I like chicken and my wife likes cheese, goes da but da 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 da. Now, if I transfer that rhythm onto a single note on the sax, you instantly create something that sounds musical and engaging. And the beauty of this is, it doesn't need to be, I like chicken and my wife likes cheese. It can be anything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say I like chicken and my wife likes cheese on my saxophone, just using the root of the blues scale for my tenor saxophone, which is the G. I'm going to put it anywhere on the backing track. By the way, the backing track's also free. It's in the description below. Have a look and check it out. And doesn't it sound really, really kind of cool? And the beauty is that you can use any phrase. It keeps things simple, natural, and easy to do. Now, here's the thing. I've put down a bunch of exercises along with the scales that you can use over this backing track. And the exercises are, step one, make sure that you're comfortable with the scale. So let's just do that on the tenor. And that's the first step, just to make sure that I've got the notes of the scale down. Now, step two is to improvise just using one note, focusing entirely on rhythm. Use spoken phrases to guide your ideas. Well, we've just done that. Step three is to add a second note. So if I went back to I like chicken and my wife likes cheese, but now I'm going to use the first two notes of the blues scale. And I'm going to start the backing track again from the top, give myself a couple of bars intro. And can you hear, I like chicken and my wife likes cheese? And the game is, so treat it like a game, and the game is that you can use that phrase and you can use those two notes, but you're only allowed two notes, but you can put them anywhere in the phrase that you like. Step four is to go to three notes of the scale. So now I've got... And I don't have to start on the first note if I don't want to. I can start anywhere. I'm going to start on the first note, and I'm going to give myself a couple of bars intro. Again, I think it sounds absolutely fantastic. The next step is to use four notes. So let's see, have a listen to what that would sound like. I like chicken and my wife likes cheese. Then adding another note. So I'll do it again. Have a listen with one more note. Isn't this cool? And then you can just add another note and keep adding notes until you've got the whole scale. So if I do it again and use the whole scale, but staying with my I like chicken and my wife likes cheese. Sounds absolutely fantastic, and I'm only using one phrase. So can you see how powerful this is? And if you're stuck for phrases, just look around you. Now, I've got two cats that live in my house and who I'm very fond of, but they do throw up every once in a while. So I would take that and I would use it in my music. So my cat threw up on the carpet would be, my cat threw up on the carpet. I could do that with three notes. Or four notes. My cat threw up on the carpet. But you could literally use anything, like literally use anything. That would sound da 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 da. So that would sound like this. And if I use two notes, and three, and four, literally use use anything. And I could put that to my backing track. Literally use anything. So if you think like this, it's so easy. It's incredibly easy to think of super dynamic rhythmic ideas. There's another one, super dynamic rhythmic ideas. I just want to play that on my saxophone now. You don't need any special skills in rhythm to be able to do this. So practicing in this way ensures that everything that you play has intention, has a message behind it. Instead of filling space with lots of notes, you learn to make each note count, and it helps you avoid that feeling of waffling when you improvise, because you're always thinking in clear rhythmic phrases. And it says a great solo is just like a great speech. It's not about complex words to be effective. Simple ideas delivered with clarity, confidence and feeling will always sound better than a stream of meaningless notes. It's also a lot of fun to practice in this way. If you found this video useful, would you do me a massive favour and subscribe to the channel? That's completely free. You can also hype this video 3 times, which would be hugely useful. You can also join my channel, and that just costs $3.99 a month. You get free members videos, you get access to exclusive content that the rest of the world doesn't see, and you also get some support from me as well and other benefits. If you'd like to go old school, you can always buy me a coffee and send a ripple of happiness throughout my house. And then did you know that I've got a website now which is building all the time thanks to you, and I've got lots of free content on there and some paid content. We've just launched our major 251 course and it's going down a storm. It's helping loads and loads of people understand 251s. We've got major scale course, minor scale course, blue scale course, 251 course. I'm working 15 hours a day trying to get content out or more every single day. Please do go and visit saxmadesimple.com, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye bye.